Android to me was either flagships from Samsung, OnePlus, or the stock Android devices from Google itself. Despite me trying other brands with Android, my experiences haven't been that memorable. But with all the hype surrounding P30 Pro's camera, I had to see for myself if what people are saying is true. I was intrigued to see if P30 Pro fares as an all-round package. So here I am sharing my 2-month experience with the P30 Pro, where I will not be talking specs but rather be telling you my experiences using this device for a couple of months. But before we begin, I would like to thank our sponsors for this video. The sponsor for this video is WinX HD Video Converter, which can be used mainly to convert any type of video file to any other video file formats. The good thing is that it can easily convert 2K and 4K videos, which is a great plus for content creators like myself. This software is available for both Mac and Windows. The videos are converted pretty fast with no quality loss. Also, this app can download high-quality videos from YouTube or other video sites for offline purpose. I will leave the links in the description below. Make sure to check them out as they have special giveaway going on right now. Now let's get back to the video. The first thing that tipped me off was the color of the device. The dual tone gradient and the color I got was not my favorite, but it grew on me and soon enough I got used to it. Looking around, the IR blaster was indeed a relief, as it's been forgotten these days. There is no headphone jack for audio output. It's like Huawei decided to keep the old tech, but not all of it. All the buttons are placed on the right hand side, which is good, but accidental screenshots happen at times, especially when you use a case. The edge-to-edge 3D curved display looks just like that on the Samsung flagships, but with more rounded corners. And the teardrop notch isn't bad, to be honest. It takes up very little space on your display and won't interfere much while watching videos or playing games. Also, there is no ear speaker in this phone, which you may have noticed by now. The top half of the phone uses sort of a bone conduction and vibrates to produce sound when making calls. However, this does not work when consuming media. The P30 Pro relies solely on the bottom firing speakers, which is not super loud but does a decent job. Talking about call quality, it was really good, even in crowded scenarios. I never felt this device does not have an ear speaker. Now let's move on to display. While at display front, I couldn't quite get used to the almost 6.5-inch bezel-less display. Anyhow, tweaking the display settings, I achieved what I was looking for and was comfortable with. Even the screen was bright enough in direct sunlight, not as good as the AMOLED panel, but not bad either. The addition of dark mode is a huge advantage. I keep it turned on all the time. Plus the always on display helps me keep track of my notifications without turning on the device. The in-display fingerprint works good, and one thing to mention is the phone wobbles while typing on flat surface due to the camera bump. This phone does have a lot of features similar to other flagships, which is nice. It's more like adding convenience to the user experience, so I wouldn't mind if it has features that are very similar to other devices. To name a few, the mini control center, which we have seen with iOS, makes it really easy to trigger flashlight, calculator, and other controls. The spotlight-like search, where it is super easy to search for apps, your contacts, or use the Huawei Smart High Vision to scan QR codes, translate, or identify anything you are curious about. Another feature that I found super useful was the quick calling feature, where you just hold down the volume button and say the name of your contact to quickly make a call. Some other features that are worth mentioning is the high touch feature that will work when you hold 2 fingers on any image and it will tell you what it is and where you can buy it. Also, you do get different gestures to take screenshots, screen record, and use the split screen for multiple apps. While talking about all these features, the Ip68 Waterproofing deserves an honorable mention as well. This device does support dual SIM or their proprietary nano memory card. Now let's talk about the camera on the P30 Pro. As we all know, the camera is the main highlight of this device. The camera app itself is really intuitive and easy to use with different modes. The picture taken from the P30 Pro are really good. and you will feel confident with this camera in any type of situation. The quad camera setup is capable of shooting great portraits, wide angles, macro shots, and very impressive low light shots. I'm sure you know by now you can also zoom up to 50x on the P30 Pro, which is very impressive. Zooming between 25x to 35x had better images and lesser quality loss as per my experience. I have done an in-depth camera review of the P30 Pro and compared it with the S10 Plus. That video will help you understand the camera of the P30 Pro even better. I will leave the link to that video in the description below. Another highlight of the P30 Pro, at least to me, is its battery life. It lasted me 2 full days. At first, it had me convincing it had 5000 mAh battery. Until I checked online, it was just 4200 mAh. I had my Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and data enabled all the time. I heavily used the phone, including lots of messages, calls, power-hungry tasks like online video streaming, playing games, and constantly switching between social apps. It's really impressive how the EMUI and the current processor handles the battery life without compromising on the performance. And you can also switch between different battery modes based on your priority. You also get a fast charger that can refuel up to 70% power in just 30 minutes. It even supports fast wireless charging, which is nice, and the reverse charging feature can charge other Qi-enabled devices. Technically, it can fully charge the iPhone X and the XS, but it's convenient to charge small Qi-enabled devices. So the conclusion, even with the latest news of Huawei losing access to Android and Google, and the fact that you cannot unlock the bootloader, I'm still impressed with this device. It has an outstanding camera, greatest battery life I have ever had from a smartphone, cool and useful features that combines and makes this an all-round package. I wish the differences between Google and Huawei is resolved quickly, as this is a beast of a device and I don't want to get this wasted. Else Huawei is planning to release its own OS supporting Android apps. So what do you guys think about this? Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. I will be coming up with a video very shortly. Stay tuned for that and I will catch you guys in the next one.